Ladies and gentlemen, the SUSE and Rancher community proudly presents Front Row at KubeCon.
And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chia. I am part of the SUSE Rancher community, and I am live here in Los Angeles at the Rancher booth, and I'm joined by our esteemed guest, Brian from Nginx. Brian, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Good to be virtually there. Let's put it that way.
And you are joining us kind of the way most people are right now. We have about 3,000 people here and 15,000 plus online. So you're kind of experiencing it, like most of our users here at KubeCon. But as we're speaking to our community, I wanted to ask, what is Nginx and Rancher, and how are we working together to solve some of our customers' problems?
Yeah, so specifically I work on the ingress controller team. So as you get Rancher out there and you start to expose your applications and your application's successful and you need some more flexibility, then we get into the power of Nginx and bringing the power of Nginx into Kubernetes and into that API structure. And that's really what ingress controller is all about. Getting all those capabilities in there that you can do either with Nginx OSS or with Nginx Plus, and bringing all that flexibility to the customers.
Awesome. Now, as you're joining us virtually, most of everyone else is as well. What are some of the things that in your virtual booth that someone else virtually should experience through this conference?
Well, you can trip on over there and take a look at what we have to offer. I believe there's a couple good offerings over there. So feel free to wander over there. Feel free to ask some questions too. There's definitely some Q&A happening.
Awesome. And most companies have some type of big product release during KubeCon. So I want to ask, is there any big releases or announcements that you guys have from Nginx?
So we recently had Nginx R25, which Nginx Plus release 25 came out. We've had a 2.0 of ingress controller. So our WAF product, which actually extends ingress controller, just had a revision as well. And we've got an upcoming denial of service product that we also add into ingress controller that's going to be releasing relatively soon for us. So there's definitely some security enhancements which we have kind of in the background, which extends ingress controller as you shift your infrastructure to the right, as I sometimes like to say, as opposed to taking your development to the left.
And now that's perfect timing, because this is the KubeCon where security has been more of a focus than before. Not saying it wasn't a focus before, but this KubeCon has been solely about security. So the timing couldn't have been better.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of protections that customers are used to doing, whether it be rate limiting or whether it be method restriction or things like that, which we've supported for a long time, or just authentication, which have been there. And now we take that kind of to the next level of a highly integrated web application firewall or a highly integrated denial of service product. So when you start to think about directly exposing your applications more to the internet, or even when you look at protecting some internal endpoints, so customers that have those additional security requirements. So they have a dictate that they have to have some type of application firewall in there for even internal APIs or endpoints to make sure that they get some protection from malicious activity. So it really matters, and you can never assume you're not compromised in the modern world of applications these days. So,
of course. Now, as we're talking to members of our community, where can they learn more about Nginx and kind of get started with some of those open source projects?
So there's Nginx.com. So that's a good launching point. When you come specifically for ingress controller, there's the docs. So there's docs.nginx.com. We operate as an open source project. So if you go over to GitHub and look for Nginx Inc., you'll find our open source projects over there. You'll find Kubernetes-ingress is where we reside. But there's also the regular open source Nginx project. We host on Docker Hub. We host through GitHub, so you can pull the containers and you can try the OSS product under the hood, or you can actually get a trial, and then you can look at the Plus product under the hood if you want to take a trial of some of the more advanced capabilities.
And that Nginx Plus, those capabilities are only available in Plus, but they are worth customers looking at.
Absolutely. So the application firewall capabilities, the denial of service capabilities, those are add-ons to the Plus product. When you start to look at authentication and authorization workflows, those are also available in the Plus product. Yeah.
All right. And now I see on screen that there's a small cat in the lower hand side. So to me, the lower right-hand side. Do you want to talk about what that means and what's going on with that?
This is so when this whole thing broke loose and everybody started working from home. This is one of the early backgrounds that we had. This is one of our work from home backgrounds. So this is our work from home cat over here. We also have a dog that showed up later on. We've got T-shirts that correspond to this as well. So yeah, there's always swag that goes with everything, right?
Awesome. I might have to stop by the physical booth and see if I can pick up one of those T-shirts as well.
It's awesome. Absolutely.
All right. Brian, thank you very much for joining us in the community virtually. Wish you were here, but we appreciate your time, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of this virtual conference as well.
Yep. I'll get back to watching videos. It's been great, quite honestly.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
Yep. Thank you.